It's live, pal. Let's start with the music.
It's Saturday and the time is 1 o'clock. Humongous ready, so the show's about to start. The beat steady, so the flow got a beat too. You like my intro, so I made one just for you. Chillmonger, beat from the north. 33 questions. You got no other choice but to check them out.
Check 'em
The
out.
feel is
The
vibe.
feel
You
is
got
vibe.
one
You got
of the
one of
hottest
the
shows
hottest
alive.
shows
So
alive.
have a seat and tune in. Chill is
in.
ready, so let's
I'm
begin.
ready. Let's
33
start.
fire questions. Chillmonger made these questions.
I made
Please
them.
check out these questions.
Check 'em
Saturday,
out.
1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't you miss it.
Miss it.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it.
Peace.
That was Danny from Comic Chat. And now I'm coming in here to chat. I got 33, but I got no guests. Why don't they want to chill with your host? I'm the best. I could say it with my chest. Green Lantern shirt on because Marvel is messed. They won't recast, but they will for Thunderbolt Ross. I don't know how we could deal with this T'Challa loss. If it were up to me, he'd be recast in an instant. But that idea seems so far and distant. Nate Moore gave interview after interview. And I think, Nate Moore, I'm not feeling you. What I want is for the guy to continue. What you're doing is disrespectful to me and you. That was good enough. Let's ask these questions. Question number 1, was Hulk going to beat Abomination? Well, we know it was like a dream sequence. It may as well have been retconned, but what they did was they had him fighting up against Abomination, and then Jen Walters had to go, oh, wait, this can't be really this finale. I think that if it really got to it, Smart Hulk, yeah, he's a little bit lesser than of the Hulk. He's less savage, but he would have had enough to take out Abomination. Abomination's been in jail. Yeah, actually, no. He's been training with Wong, but getting his butt kicked by Wong at the same time. He's more passive. Smart Hulk is smart, not yoga therapy group savage Abomination. There's a difference between the savageness there. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that the Hulk would take him. In the live chat, we got Philosophical Pickle, a haiku. That was the rap of the highest degree. What's haiku? 5 syllable, 7 syllable, 5 syllable? Certainly wasn't that, my mate. Send you a link. You have the link. Second question. Is it true that Kathleen Kennedy prevented the Thunderbolt Ross recast announcement? This sounds believable to me that apparently this was supposed to be the news at D23. Thunderbolts were all there, and then they go, no, Kevin, I work at Lucasfilm, and since we got Harrison Ford doing Indiana Jones, we can't really have him here being in Thunderbolts. That will overshadow our announcements. This is Kathleen Kennedy is not somebody who I'm like, nah. I know Kathleen Kennedy. She wouldn't do that. So to me, K-Dot, I would say, yeah, it is true that Kathleen Kennedy prevented the Thunderbolt Ross recast announcement. Let me get you up. Your name is there.
Oh, Kathleen Kennedy, the Queen of Disney? Wait. Are we answering in a joking manner or seriously?
You can joke. I want the joke.
Yeah, because Kathleen Kennedy, she is Bob Iger's, the new Bob Chapek, new guy. Yeah. She is her right hand woman. Kevin Feige's not even his right handed man; he's just his left hand man. The right hand woman always gets priority. So she told Kevin, no. Papa Bob said, "Don't do it yet."
Papa Bob.
He was like, "All right, I will relax." And he held back.
That's how it went. True stories. In the comments, we get a Tony saying, "What's up? What's up, Tony?" How does Jen want to be approached at the bar? What is the correct way to do this, folks? Does she want to be told she's sexy? Does she want to be told like if you're blind and you're across from her, that she knows you and you just whipped her ass in court? Will she be more receptive to you? I don't get it. I'm confused. Help me.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is like I guess walk up to them respectfully. Don't pull like a don't be an MSK basically.
You have to
But
have a disability.
but that's the confusing thing about how Jen wants like dudes. Okay, I understand the dudes at the bar is like all weird and stuff like, hey girl, what you doing out here all alone, girl, all corny and stuff. But then I'm like, I mean, what if they genuinely wanted to help her though? Like, let's say they said the same, but they were like genuinely like, yo, are you okay? Like, just trying to check up on you, make sure you're okay. Because I don't know, the way Jen wants to be approached is so weird. I guess if you're ugly, don't approach her because she's not going to give you time of day. But if you look like Matt Murdock, you're fine.
I mean,
I
it's
think
so
looks might have
subjective.
I think looks like might have something to do with it. Look at Todd. Remember Todd? Would you want a Todd to approach you or a Matt Murdock? I'd want a Matt Murdock to approach me.
Todd though, Todd's rich.
But he's weird, and he looks weird.
Got money.
Yeah.
Next question of 33 Burning MCU questions here is what makes S.H.I.E.L.D. the good guys? Nick Fury?
Yeah, Nick. I mean, yeah, they're head Nick Fury, but they did get corrupted pretty easily. But we didn't know they was corrupted until Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier was the thing that made the corrupt. I remember the joke in Endgame where the Shield guys who were Rumlow and all those bad guys, they were making away with the scepter, and Ant-Man's like, "Bro, you didn't know that those guys were bad." Shield itself is pretty bad. Yeah. Next question of 33 Burning MCU questions. We'll go to the live chat first. Man said a funny conversation. It was a funny conversation. Adnan says, "Assalamu alaikum, chill. What's up, everyone?" Wa alaikum assalam. 5. Why hasn't Fury or Stark reached out to Daredevil? This guy's been in Hell's Kitchen. It's canon that he exists. I don't know if the show exactly just like that is canon, but there's a guy out there who's doing superhero stuff. Do you think they know he's blind? And they're like, we looked into it. At Civil War, he went to New York. He collected Spider-Man, not Daredevil.
I honestly feel like they're taking Daredevil, but they're soft rebooting. So I don't think everything from the show is going to be canon. I think some pieces will be canon, but I feel like a lot of the development we've seen of him is going to be very different when they do it in Born Again.
Okay.
Because look, all right, if he'd been around this whole time, why didn't Jen know who he was?
Because she's not read up on those heroes. Hulk didn't know who she was either.
Right, because in Daredevil, the show, Matt, I mean, he wasn't like big like Iron Man, but he was known. Like everybody knew about the Daredevil in Hell's Kitchen. He wasn't exactly super incognito. He was a myth to an extent, but people knew about him. And you would think that news would reach like farther beyond when you factor in people like Iron Man, all these other people and stuff. I don't know. I think it's just a case of hey, they really didn't think about it because they're now introducing him super late when they could have made him canon like years ago and it would have been good.
I got to think the United States government is keeping an eye on all this local street level supers. No way they're just letting them roam free without knowing what they're up to. They've got
Right, look at Civil War, Spider-Man. It didn't see the only one who seemed like they knew who Spider-Man was, like out of all the heroes who cared, was Tony Stark. Because he's I've been watching you for months and stuff. Cap didn't say nothing about him. Nobody else besides Iron Man mentioned anything about this young new hero going around New York, swinging from webs, saving people. No news reports. He wasn't even a factor in the Sokovia Accords conversation at the meeting table. Not saying he had to be there, but he wasn't like a topic that was brought up of what the Avengers is inspiring people to do. So.
Next question of 33. Who would you like to see fight She-Hulk? This is interesting. With her skill set, it's really not too advanced. She could take out a non-super like Daredevil kind of guy, but I'd like to see her fight another female. Let's see how she goes up against Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel wins that fight easily.
Because she can fly, right? She'll never have to be within the shot of
I mean,
She-Hulk.
we've seen. I know She-Hulk can't beat Thanos in the hand-to-hand fight.
No.
Well, this MCU Thanos, not Thanos, but MCU Thanos. She can't beat him in the hand-to-hand fight. Hulk can, so she can. Captain Marvel was too much for her. We seen what she did to Thanos. Like she literally put him in a chokehold. He couldn't even move. Yeah, he jumped on, but he put him in a chokehold. He couldn't move. She basically held his hand back with her tiny baby hands compared to his hand. So, she's pretty OP. She's like Superman. She's almost Superman OP. Like literally, that's how strong she is.
She is. And that's why it needs to be Captain Marvel, bro. It needs to be Captain Marvel versus She-Hulk.
But that saying it won't be much of a fight. Yes, she's strong, but that's not gonna be much of a fight.
Which DC hero should she face?
Honestly, with movie version,
Uh-huh.
Superman. She's literally this like Superman level of power. She's OP.
There's no good explanation for his absence. We just have to go with it like everything else.
True.
And then Pickle says, since she can break the fourth wall and come into the real world, I want to see her fight Zack Snyder. Hey, Haunted House and Nerd Show. It's spooky season over there. Jen, I'm here to help. Where did he even come from?
Yeah, I was so that, and that's why I think they're rebooting because like the Netflix Daredevil wasn't like popping up and chilling with police officers during the daytime.
Hey, we got Big Bro who says what's up, and then right underneath, Nal Day says sup Chillmonger. Do you know this name, Nal Day?
Yeah, you've been commenting on a lot of my videos.
Okay, that's what's up. He said it like I knew him. He says this is Snehel from account. See, all right, there's the explanation there. Now I believe you, okay? Because I stopped seeing that Snehel account. I forgot how you say your even name. Snehel? Yeah, it was Snehel. Tony says, I'd like to see her fight Steve Harvey in one of the big old ugly ass suits. What did Steve Harvey do to you? We got Mike from Rogue Comics in the building. Mm-hmm. Speak.
Mm-hmm.
He said, his signature. We were just having a little bit of fun talking about She-Hulk, talking about Thunderbolt Ross as well. You know about that announcement, right? About how he's going to be the the Harrison Ford.
Yeah, so they're going to replace him with someone else who has one foot in the grave. Way to go. And then they're going to have to recast him again.
That is true.
I hope not. Harrison Ford has a healthy lifestyle.
But it's like it's inevitable that he's gonna. It's inevitable. Then they got to recast again 10 years later.
So long as like maybe his arc finishes after 2 movies, maybe he'll be in the Thunderbolts, he'll be in Falcon New World Order, and that's all.
Well, all right. So if he becomes Red Hulk, you don't have to worry about casting him no more if he's going to permanently become Red Hulk. But they was out to use Harrison Ford's voice, his likeness, because the way the MCU models Hulks, they modeled them after the actor who plays him. Because remember in the MCU, Hulk used to look different from Bruce. He had a different face. Now they started making his face look like Bruce's.
Right.
So I think they're going to use his likeness and probably use a fake AI to copy his voice if he does pass.
Explain this cover first, Michael.
This was the cover of She-Hulk number 40. Because, see, in this comic book, Jen frequently talked to John Byrne. And
John Byrne, the writer.
Yes, John Byrne was the writer.
Now I know.
Mm-hmm. And knowing is half the battle. It's a shame more people don't.
Let's go to the jaded fanboys in the building. I'd like She-Hulk to fight Titania from the comics. Yeah. Pickle says
the comics, not the one in this show.
That would be nice. Theo is here. Theo, I think you have a link. And Snail says fans will soon have 3 actors playing Ross, and they'll be debating on who's the best, unlike T'Challa. Yeah. She-Hulk versus Luke Cage. I wanted a proper Jen versus Titania SmackDown. Didn't we all? The next question of 33. Who would you like to see fight Black Adam?
Shazam and the Shazam family.
MCU only.
Oh, MCU?
Yeah.
I mean, the only person I think we can take him on is take him on as Captain Marvel, but even then, she's still gonna get whooped.
Yeah, I want him to murder her. So yes, Captain Marvel. Because wait, sorry, he's not a bad guy. I forgot. He's not a villain in this iteration. He's a hero.
No, he's a villain here. He still kills.
He's not a hero.
He's a bad man.
He's a villain.
Yeah.
He's not.
Did Rock say he's not going to be a villain?
No, he's a villain in the movie. He's gonna be a villain.
There was that scene in the trailer where Hawkman says to him, "Heroes don't kill." He said, "Well, I do."
Meaning he's not a hero. That's good enough.
Meaning he's a hero that kills. He thinks he's a hero.
There's a gray area there.
But that's
I'm ignoring
that's
that. He's a villain.
That's almost every villain. I mean, some of them know they're bad, but like he is truly like he's insane. He really thinks he's a good person. Well, he did say in the trailer, I never said I was a good guy. So,
you know, I got the Nick Fury quote.
But given that it's a stupid ass decision, I've elected to ignore it.
Yeah.
He's a villain, guys. He's a villain.
Oh man. So Jada jumps in with Shazam, Thor versus Black Adam. Yes. He'll be like Shazam, and Thor will say, "I give me this lightning," and then he'll be.
Which Thor are we talking about? Infinity War Thor? Like which Thor?
Love and Thunder Thor. He can do the splits. He's flexible. You know,
that one's getting beat up. Infinity War Thor has a chance.
She-Hulk versus Black Adam. I'm not feeling that. Feige's hat.
That's not even a fight. She-Hulk's losing.
Mike, talking to the writer of the book is completely different than coming through the Disney Plus page, interacting with the writing team, fighting Marvel security, and meeting Kevin Feige robot. And Pickle, I said this to Mike yesterday, or a few hours ago. I said this to him, like, they've never done a comic book that ended the story that way. They've done silly things, like, hey, we're in space, let's get back home. And then they'll, like, flip a page to get back home. Oh, Multi's in the building. Hello, Multi.
Hi, everyone.
Like me, dude. I'm totally fine. I was fine with the meta stuff. I have no issue with it. My issue was they pulled a Moon Knight episode 6. Like you just cut away from the final fight between the hero and the villain. It's like super duper shortcut. You know, meta stuff. Deadpool 2 handled the meta stuff better when like he went to kill his old self in X Origins Wolverine. He stopped the Green Lantern script. Like all that was like good meta. That was good meta stuff. That wasn't and it didn't change the ending of Deadpool 2. Like it didn't alter the ending too much. It was part of the ending. It was just continued after. That She-Hulk ending just like is the serum that She-Hulk blood, is that even a factor anymore? That got written out the story. Todd didn't say nothing about
Thor versus Black Adam.
Thor versus Black Adam?
Yeah.
Which Thor, though? Love and Thunder Thor? Infinity War Thor? When does Thor peak?
Infinity War. Yeah.
Black Adam? Black Knight? Black Panther. No, you forgot Black Widow, Jaded. Or maybe you didn't. Donna? Who's Donna? Donna?
Donna, I think it's the daughter of Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Donna Troy? Donna Troy's not Wonder Woman's daughter.
I thought it was. I'm not really into comics. I thought that was because of Titans or something like that.
Dark World Thor is, I'll accept your surrender. We got Jen's changes to make the ending better are just as bad as Kevin's ending. The blood plot in particular wasn't thrown at the end. It was part of the show since episode 7. They didn't think it through.
Mm-hmm.
What's this page here? Now, maybe all the people who wrote to say how ticked off they were when you stopped using this stuff in Namor will start buying my book. Huh? Funny. Feels a little bit like corduroy. I don't know what corduroy is.
Corduroy. It's like pants. It's like a fabric.
Oh, she's feeling something right there? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey. Comic books, guys. Comic books. Question number 7 of 33 Burning MCU Questions. 8. Did the Stan Lee cameo barber cut Scar's hair? Because listen, it started way back there, but then he still has something going on. Thor got his hair cut in Ragnarok by a Old man.
It was Stan Lee.
That was Stan Lee who cut Thor's hair. And did you see?
Yeah.
We saw how
And
Thor's hair looked,
he
right?
did great. He did great. You know, it wasn't a bad haircut. But Stan Lee, as old as he was in that scene, his eyes is sharp. He did not do that to Scar. It
But
was
he's
his
like 15
intern.
years older now, though. That was 15.
Stan Lee, that cameo barber, he must have died. There must be a new barber in town, and that's who dealt with Scar.
Yeah, it was his intern. It was the guy that he said, all right, I'm gonna let you move up to the chair, but you just sweep up the hair for now. And he finally allowed him to cut Scar's hair, and that's what happened.
He was an inexperienced barber.
Stanley on that.
You know how college kids get to, the ones who learn to hair cutting or barbering, they give free haircuts out because they're testing, they're training. So it's not like, it's a good little gimmick. I think that's what it is. Intern, someone just like on a field trip, like basically barber in training. What's the word when you're training? Apprentice. Yeah, that one. Apprentice. Multi?
Right now, Scar Air. When was it? Scar Air. It was on Ragnarok.
No, Scar at the very end of She-Hulk. He's like, "Hey, meet my son, Scar."
Maybe he did it himself. I don't know.
Bro,
hey, Dad, I can come on here.
To be honest, that finale was rough on me.
Oh yeah, well you already got it up.
I had it up.
Man,
look at that.
That hairline is pushed back. Gosh, dang. They made him a new hairline just to make up for pushing.
That was awful. I like this, how she kind of rips through the pages. And that was a great thing about the gimmick of the finale, when she just stopped and you saw the Disney Plus and you're like, what's going on with my computer here? It just shouldn't be the way you end a show. It's a good way to have a good gimmick. Maybe the 5th episode, maybe when things get boring, but you can't do that.
There, you wanted the ending where they just end it.
Let's see here. So let's get serious here, okay? I mean, I know the whole issue was just vamping to fill time. So the manic machismo, what does it say?
Machismo.
What does that word mean?
That's actually a villain she fights in the next issue.
Okay, so that the machismo thing could come out in February and be our Valentine issue. But couldn't you at least have come up with a decent ending? What does Marvel pay you all those big bucks for? Oh, so they actually do exactly what happened in the show.
Imagine that. Oh, if all these gatekeepers only knew what the fuck they were talking about before they get on the internet and start making all of these outrage videos.
I still don't like it.
I understand with the execution, but when they sit there and they say, oh, well, it's not like the comic book or the comic book, blah, blah, blah. And if it was just like the comic book, it would be okay. Well, it was like the comic book. Whether the execution was perfect or anywhere resembling what John Byrne did, that's another matter entirely. But you can't say it wasn't the comic book.
They like to find reason to complain.
Yes, they do.
Diesel says, I doubt the showrunners knew who John Byrne was. Zeb Wells was the showrunner, and Cody Ziegler, and both of those guys write comic books. They should know. William says, maybe he's a practicing monk, so that it explains him controlling his anger infinitely better than the Hulk. Scar's hair is when your mom tries to cut your hair. Scar's hairline got delayed. John Byrne also reinvented Superman in the 80s. No more blah.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. Next, we go to number 9, Multi. Do you remember what the Kevin stood for? Because I don't.
I don't as well. I only remember the robots and being like, is it supposed to be funny?
It had a little
the
cap.
Only thing I remember from that scene.
The K was knowledge. Knowledge enhanced visual intelligence network or something.
Yeah, even though they was literally roasting Kevin, they no way Kevin was gonna stand up there and let them roast his ideas because he's the one who makes this shit like run. I really thought Kevin Feige was about to show up like, oh my God, Kevin Feige's about to make an appearance in the MCU.
Yeah, that would be nice, but he never wanted to do it.
I was actually surprised there were 2 men in the writing room.
Zeb Wells and Cody Ziegler, I'm telling you. Kita says, what's up? Hello. Nalde says, only remember Nexus. Oh, was one of the letters Nexus? Yeah, you're right. One of the letters was Nexus. This would be a nice one if I had like it pulled up and I'd have the answer. I don't. So, but the question is just, do you remember it? I don't. Multi doesn't. K dot, do you remember what Kevin was?
Nah, it was AI something.
AI. Where's the A?
I don't know. It was intelligence, artificial, blah blah blah, intelligence thing. I don't know. I forgot.
Mike, give me
I'm
one of the
guessing
letters.
I
E
tapped
is
out.
for entertainment or something like that, but the K, I just don't know it.
Uh,
What's the point of the
knowledge.
K?
K is knowledge.
Oh, yeah. Knowledge.
Number 10. When did the fourth wall break peak? I thought it peaked right at the beginning where she was on the Disney Plus screen and she's like,
Yeah.
oh, let me see here. Shang-Chi? Yeah, let's go. That's the perfect one. And then all of a sudden she's on the lot. I'm like, whoa. This is the best thing that happened in the show. Very clever, well thought out. Awesome.
I
But then
mean,
she entered the writing room.
for me, I like the fourth wall break in the first episode when she's holding up the thing with Bruce and she talks to the audience and he looks and he's like, well, who is she talking to?
Yeah.
For me, it kind of peaked there. The rest was just like, all right, it's cool, it's fine. And then I didn't like how it was executed in the finale. It just totally threw me off.
Mike?
Yes.
When did the fourth wall break peak?
It didn't. Again, because if you read the comic book, I mean, it didn't. It was a constant trope that they continue to use.
Are you trying to be positive and say it's never came down? Why are you reading this question the wrong way?
Well, I said I don't think they used it enough.
So when was the best that they've used it?
That is true. They really didn't use it that much.
No,
To be fair, they didn't.
they should have.
Not in a bad way, but they really didn't use it that much. That's why I say this show it felt like a regular like TV show that's just trying to be a drama, comedy, all of it at once.
But see, and then if they did use it a lot, then people would be complaining, oh, they keep using it too much. Like there's always someone who's going to say the complete opposite when they're trying to justify their manufactured outrage.
And one day I'll have those people on my channel, Mike. And until that day,
No, don't. Please don't.
I don't
Be
have
a
time
force
for
for
intelligentsia.
positivity.
They will never be on my channel.
Thank you.
William wrote it down here. Knowledge enhanced visual interconnectivity nexus. Okay, we got nexus. I said knowledge. V visual was that was an easy one. Okay. It stands for knowledge enhanced visual interconnectivity nexus. Thank you, Gray 2. 11. True or false? Captain Marvel 1 was better than She-Hulk. True.
Yeah,
False.
agreed.
False.
False.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Jen's
Better than
actually
She-Hulk.
a fun protagonist though.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel's not.
Question
Yeah.
12. True or false? Riri Williams is the most anticipated Marvel character to debut ever. True.
True.
False. False. What are you talking about?
That is a goddess.
Multi, you have one chance to answer this true or false question. I'll repeat it. Riri Williams, Ironheart, is the most anticipated Marvel character to debut ever.
Do you want the good answer or the honest answer?
Honest.
Honest? False.
Which brings
I
me to
don't give a
question
crap
13.
about her.
My panel today is intelligent. True or false? False. False.
True.
I'm not joined by intellectual people. K Dot answered yes. K Dot, high five. Clap. In the live chat, people talk. People say
we are the proper intelligentsia.
Well, I was just gonna say you could get the intelligentsia. I'm sure they would agree with you.
another
they
false. No false. False. Leapfrog is the most anticipated. Get out of here.
Oh
False.
my.
Black Panther was.
That Leapfrog dude was pretty fun.
I'd like to forget about Leapfrog. Thank you.
I need new subscribers. Bye, everybody. It was nice having you guys all here. I started a brand new channel. You're just not getting it.
At 1:30 p.m. on Saturday, October 15th is the date that Chillmonger just disassociated himself from all subscribers.
That's right.
Demonetized.
Next question of 33 is question number 13, or rather 14. True or false, the Fantastic Four will name themselves? I think this is true. Johnny
True.
Storm might be the one to say it.
Yeah.
False.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Multi, do you think the Fantastic Four will name themselves this time?
They will name themselves for sure.
Okay.
The thing that sucks, now that you mention this, is that Stan Lee isn't around anymore to play Willie Lumpkin.
He probably would do it again because it's just a cameo.
Yes, he
They don't
would.
really need to be, you know. So, yeah. So he would probably play Willie Lumpkin. Do you remember when he was at the wedding? No, I'm Stan Lee, and they wouldn't let him in.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
remember.
That was a good cameo. Live chat, question 14. Let's see what you have to say. The Fantastic Four will get to name themselves, or will it be like She-Hulk, where the news named her and she just has to adopt it? William Moloch says,
I think Johnny will name them because I'm not trying to diminish the team, but looking at the other team of heroes they've seen so far, it's like what's going to be so fantastic about them?
I don't think Johnny would be intelligent enough to come up with that name.
I think he can. That's it.
clever. He'll probably say the wrong thing, and then Reed will be like,
Yeah,
no.
he might correct. Yeah, I think he might say something, and he's gonna change it. Like, how about this? They like brainstorm.
What's that about? Yeah, what's that about? You got a problem with Misty Knight? Is that what's going on here?
Misty Knight, is it the girl that got our arm cut off in Defenders?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
Okay.
your problem with
Yeah,
Misty
it's just
Knight?
Misty Knight. Okay. Exactly.
Misty Knight's hot.
That's what I'm saying. What are you talking about?
Well, many of you here are saying that the public will name them. I think that it's up to them. I think they'll name themselves. 15, true or false? Pepper Potts knows Salt and Pepper.
I know Pepper Potts, but who is Salt and Pepper?
They're a rap duo from
Wow.
1991.
The 80s, 80, 85, 86 is when they
She
first came out.
she probably does.
Nah,
No.
Nah, false.
she
That's
doesn't.
not
That's
her
false.
style of music. I don't think so.
Although, if she has a website where she's selling her vagina candles, perhaps she might.
Bro, Pepper Potts is not the same as Gwyneth Paltrow. You need to do a Marvel Studios and separate the actor from the character, okay, pal?
What?
Yeah, they're not the same people. If you guys don't know that story, I'm not even going to smarten you up. Never mind.
Yeah, you don't need to. The less you know about those candles, the better off you'll be.
Oh, man. Let's see here. William says she got a lot of coffee with Luke Cage. I bet she listens to them on her
Right.
iPod or something. They started the asymmetric hair look. False. Pepper don't know what's up. She doesn't. She does not, Sergio.
Well, because she's too busy cleaning up after Stark.
Mhm.
She ain't got time to listen to music, man.
Is Morgan Stark, did she inherit those strawberry allergies that came from her mom?
What strawberry
I
allergies?
can't remember.
True.
What strawberry allergies?
In Iron Man 2, he bought Pepper strawberries. And she's like, that's the one thing I'm allergic to. So did that come down?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
True?
Yeah.
Two truths?
She probably did, but mind you, some allergies inherit later.
Well, not only
Maybe.
that, but I think Stark's DNA is probably too intelligent. It probably eradicated any of that deficiency when it
Right,
was
that might be a
creating
possibility.
Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? So yeah, no, it's
You
false.
got that Stark Alpha DNA.
The strongest DNA.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
like
a
the
possible
inverted.
chance she will have it, mind you. And if it does, it probably will inherit later, like most people's allergies do. They kind of pop up later.
Last person, Multi. Is it true or is it false? Morgan
I
Stark
will
inherited.
say it's false because she doesn't need any flaws.
True. Stark would have played that around her. Oh, the salt and pepper? Okay. And Kita says that it's true. Push it. Push it real good. Dun, 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 dun,
Push it
dun.
real good. Push it.
Is this true or false? Hulk's son speaks English. Everyone on that planet seemed to be able to speak, like the Grandmaster.
True,
his
because
slaves.
if it's false, we will have subtitled the entire movie with Hulk World or something, Hulk War or whatever.
But
never-
wasn't there a translator though? Like, didn't he? Like, there was a way that they could understand, like, so it would all sound like English on Scar.
Captain Marvel explained that. That movie didn't explain it. But if you want to say that's what happened, it just wasn't in the script. Fine.
Yeah.
Like, I remember during
everybody on that planet was talking. Well, not everybody, but
everyone was.
It was talking English.
When
You know,
Hulk
and
was
you
introduced to
should
the
know.
battle, they said the Incredible Hulk, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, they
He
said
should know
that in English.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He should know
he'll
English
speak.
unless he grew up someplace where they speak another language on that planet. Like he wasn't around the main population or city where Hulk was at.
So is that a true or false?
True. He speaks English.
I'm gonna go true. Mike says true, and Multi.
True as well, because we don't want subtitle the entire next movie with him.
Yeah, they have galactic translators. He speaks 2 languages. Yeah. Let's just say he's got the English.
Probably
He's got the other native language. 18. How will Loki season 2 benefit from having a season under its belt? I think there won't be any more filler.
Yeah, because
Nope.
they've already established everything and the rules and stuff like that and the basis. So yeah.
It'll just be straight up action and less filler. That Lamentis episode was so lame. Now with a season under your belt, you kind of know how fans will react from one week to another. So you'll know cliffhangers and everything else.
Maybe we will have more cameos.
Yes, we'll have more cameos. They know that's the formula, bro. The Daredevil episode of She-Hulk showed us that. We've had cameo episodes of other people in other shows. None of them come to mind right now. But whenever a new hero shows up, you're like, whoa, that's a surprise. How about that? Like when Kingpin came in Hawkeye, that was a thing. Cameos. Who banged that mentally disabled Hulk to give birth to his kid? That's I know, right? Like, I can't believe I need to pre-read these things before I say them. That's a big ass 8-year-old, unless he ages fast. Great, he ages fast.
Who took advantage of that 5-year-old?
But he is he 8? Does he really look that old? Nah. He looks.
Oh, he's a teenager.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah.
Or I think he rapidly grew because of his gamma. Because Scar had to have been born after 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's 2026 in the MCU.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's 9 years old.
Yeah, because there was a 5-year gap between Infinity War and Endgame.
And he wasn't blipped, so
So how old is Shane? He's 9.
Maybe because another planet, time goes faster. That will find a way.
yeah,
Don't
one of
worry.
those.
Or
Remember,
suspend disbelief, whatever.
they'll most probably expand on if timelines and universes are different things. Yo, you think that's gonna happen? The same guy who did Multiverse of Madness wrote Loki, Michael Waldron. If he was gonna do it, he'd have done it already.
That guy is
And he's gonna be writing the new Avengers movie too.
Mhm.
Yeah, they put a lot of faith.
I'm just
in
worried
him.
about his comedy. His everything else he writes is good in the movie. His comedy is not good.
I think the directors can take care of comedy.
Well, I'm assuming he writes the lines too. Because remember that Illuminati line.
Illuminati?
Yeah, that if he's gonna be writing jokes like that, I mean, shoot, get him some help. Get James Gunn to come in and save him.
Yeah, they need people that know how to write.
Comedy.
Hey, what's going on with Christopher and Stephen McFeely? Like those two guys,
I
Marcus and
know.
they were so good. And it's
Yeah.
been like how many years since the Endgame? They couldn't do a single project in between. Couldn't find anything for them. Unless they're working on the X-Men right now secretly, there's no reason why these guys should not be at Marvel Studios.
Well, I said, and see, here's the thing. Same thing I've said about the Russo brothers. Like in interview after interview, when they were doing Infinity War, when they were doing Civil War, when they were doing um, Endgame, like they brought up Secret Wars. So for them to not do Secret Wars, that I don't know if it's like there's a money, they're trying to negotiate, whatever the case is. Like that's like one of their, like, The Rock keeps saying, "Oh, Black Adam's all what I want to do," whatever. That was it for them. And like they brought it up. It wasn't like the interviewer was like, "Oh, so what do you think about Secret Wars?" Like they were the ones that were bringing it up, like, unprovoked. So for them all of a sudden, "Oh yeah, no, we're not doing it." Like that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. So I can't see them. And knowing how much money they've made for the company, why wouldn't you? Yeah, you know what? We're good. We got this. We got TV people doing this. We know what we're doing. Like,
What's going on there? That's the confusingest thing about Marvel, where they have all these resources and they're known for having the budgets, but they're not paying for quality creators in Marcus and McFeely and the Russos, unless they're secretly working on the X-Men next like 7 years. Then, but that's probably not happening.
Yeah,
I mean, wouldn't you?
It's definitely not because of no bad blood or anything. I think it's just, I think they're just like literally wanting to just work with different people just for the sake of it. Like they want to expand their roster and stuff and try different things. Because Phase 4, they're in this creative phase. Sitcoms and the black and white, like they're in a creative phase.
They're in the let's just see what we can get away with. But don't forget that during Scarlett Johansson's beef with Disney, they were in negotiations. They said, no, until you resolve that with Scarlett, we're not going to come back. I think that there is bad blood, not with Kevin, but with Bob Chapek. And he's saying, you're not going to have those bastards in our,
don't bring them back.
Nope.
Yeah, they made us
Bob,
$4 billion.
Babyface boy band Scar. The comic Kama Conan the Barbarian version looks badass. Waldron isn't Loki season 2?
That comic one looks like a beast. Can't say much about this one.
Hickman. I think they gave Secret Wars to Waldron because he has experience writing the currently active characters, like how Marcus and McFeely wrote the Cap movies. Okay, but like all you really need to do is watch the shows, and you're covered. I think. What's happening on this page, Mike?
Ooh,
oh, it's just Jen who has switched places with Wheezy, who's an assistant editor, I believe, in the comic book. But there's Titania.
Whoa, Titania. You got it, Greenie. I heard through the grapevine what happened to you, and it struck me this was the perfect chance to toy up the bomb unfinished business.
Yeah, because essentially Jen doesn't have powers anymore. She's just like a normal human being.
I watched Ahsoka Tano fan. She cosplayed as Titania. Is
Oh, yeah?
Titania white right there? She is white.
Yeah,
she's white.
Oh.
And then eventually she also gets married to what's his face, Absorbing Man.
I know who he is.
Mm-hmm. But they're played for jokes. Like I don't know. Like I know Jay did once the Wrecking Crew to be serious. I mean, dude, he has like a mythical crowbar. Like, let's just come on.
No, it's not that. They just sucked.
Well, yeah. See, this is the thing. You're doing a show. I said this to Pickle too. I understand if it was a comic book, then 110% yes, do them seriously, unless you're making a funny, like, Damage Control or something like that, which was like the only, like, out of all the Disney Plus stuff that's been released thus far, that was the only one that was the most egregious to me, because that is not what Damage Control is supposed to be. But with the Wrecking Crew, like, you're not going to get a show based on the Wrecking Crew. Like, you're going to have all these characters because you have access to this entire, like, this lengthy library of characters. You can't highlight everybody and do what they're
and do Crusher Creel.
Yeah, I mean, he was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, you had him there, and they did him kind of serious. I mean, they still kicked his ass a lot, but I mean, he was kind of played for straightforwardness. But yeah, in a comedy show, whatever. I couldn't care less.
That's
Freaking Wrecking Crew.
Mm-hmm. Next question is: do you expect Secret Invasion to have any Kree? Multi?
Yes, because they're a thing. I mean, we have seen them in Captain Marvel, so why wouldn't they be part of it?
I just feel like it could be something that they show up towards the ending, but the focus will be on humans and Skrulls until they go like, "Oh, well, we have this common enemy."
Yeah,
I think they won't be back until Captain Marvel 2. Because Yarnrog, I'm assuming he's still alive. He's definitely gonna come back and try and challenge her.
Hmm.
Might come back with powers just like her too. Who knows?
Mike is speaking facts. The MCU taking more L's than K-Dots after his Twitter suspension.
Which was undeserved, unfair.
It was unfair. How could I be on Twitter but not be suspended? The Black Guru says, "What's up?" I sent you a link earlier. D. Steezel says, "The Wrecking Crew should be a threat. They weren't just like Titania and Abomination." I think that Titania and Abomination are way higher than the Wrecking Crew as far as like seriousness. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
It's just as we, and then in the same like not that many episodes after, they instantly redeemed one of the Wrecking Crew dudes. I'm like, what? Wasn't you just a couple days ago? Like literally, couldn't been like a day or two. He's like, I'm a good guy now. Like that was.
it's
fast.
for the joke. It's to
Mhm.
be funny.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know. That was just was quick and random. That was like super quick.
That was Zeb Wells that did that.
Question number 20 is asking, would Wong have changed that Wi-Fi password since that first movie? Yeah, we remember that Mordo gave the Wi-Fi password to Doctor Strange. Mordo
Maybe
is not
not.
with them anymore. I don't want Mordo having access to the internet while he's in my sanctum. Should he come in my sanctum? Wong is petty enough. Of one of his first edicts when he became Sorcerer Supreme, he said, "Change the Wi-Fi password at once." It's not the same, bro. He would have changed it
I mean, why you gotta change the Wi-Fi password?
because Mordo knows, and we don't need Mordo over here using our Wi-Fi. We don't want him doing anything with us. We no association with him. The new Wi-Fi password is fortify your mind.
But well, if you stand in a certain radius of like where the router's at, because you if you're too far away, you can't even get into it. Like if you're standing outside and it's
No,
inside.
but they got really strong Wi-Fi. It's enhanced by magic.
And mind you, Kamar-Taj, if we go back to the first movie, it was in that little place,
Uh-huh.
and then they had to teleport to Kamar-Taj.
No, you could walk there. Remember how he was Doctor Strange was just like a beggar on the floor, and then he opened the door, let him in.
Inside that building.
So it's like in a city. It
But
was
then
part of it.
They have to sling ring there.
Nah, they didn't have to
That
sleep
was
there.
like a decoy.
It was part
That
of
was-
Nepal. It was really like an actual place. Well, I gotta watch those movies again. See, your DC fandom is just clouding your judgment right now. You got Dr. Fate on your mind because we're so close to Black Adam.
Yeah, the real Doctor Strange.
The real one.
Yes.
Sorry, wrong button. The real one.
Look at me. This is real.
Yeah, better.
The real one. The supreme one.
What do you think about that one, Mike? Would Wong have changed that Wi-Fi password?
In a heartbeat.
And it's petty because of Baron Mordo, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a bad guy, so you got to do that.
Multi, K-Dot is out of his mind. He definitely changed the password, didn't he?
Well, I don't think so. Maybe not.
It's Wongers.
Gosh, that Kardashian.
I like that
Hey.
Ghost Rider picture.
Yeah.
Shield of Vengeance.
That's the She-Hulk of Vengeance, dude.
Okay. Next question of 33 Burning MCU questions. After D. Steezel's comment where he says characters can be comedic while still being a threat, Wrecker gave the Avengers a run for their money. Wong got the juice now.
Yeah, prime example. Peacemaker's racist dad.
What about him?
Funny, but still creepy and scary. Like this dude was Hitler's son.
It's fine if they want to do that with the Wrecking Crew in a comedy show, if they are at least executed it well in those regards and didn't look like $13 cosplay outfits that they're in.
I
Yeah,
agree with you,
like not
Cole.
even the costumes wasn't even like good. It was wearing some super basic stuff.
And
Basic.
me, you, and Cole, we're going to be linking up to be chatting She-Hulk on what, Monday night?
Yeah, Monday nights. Basically at midnight 30. So Tuesday, basically Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Like Monday, but going to Tuesday.
Copy that. Question 21 of 33 Burning MCU Questions. Why are the intelligentsia meeting at night? Because the freaks come out at night, baby.
Freaks come out at night. Yeah, yeah.
Because they're a bad YouTuber, you know?
They don't stream during the daytime, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they have to make their outrage videos.
To me, listen, intelligentsia meet at night because that's like, there's no way that they're ever going to depict these people in a positive light. Having light outside, even that they can't stand. This entire show was a war between two factions, one of them being intelligentsia, one of them being, what do you call them? I think literally the SJWs. That's I'll say. I'll use that word as
No,
like
they're the anti-SJWs.
not intelligentsia, but I mean like the
Yeah,
screenwriters and the people.
Oh yeah.
Like it really was intelligentsia versus social justice warriors.
Basically.
Like with a Marvel budget, and I'm over here like I just like quality entertainment with plot that leads to another story point, which gets you to this place.
And that's what bothered that for me too. That's about like why you make YouTubers the villain of this show? Like no.
Well, see, I think
YouTubers are now
critics.
canon villains of the MCU. Like seriously.
it gets
They
to
don't
this
like
point
critics.
when you it's not, and dude, it's not even critics. Like if you like, for instance, when Schumacher goes out and on Wednesdays and buys a comic book, and then he comes on here and then he reviews it, he's talking about it legitimately. When these people see a still and they're over there, oh, I don't like this, and then they make these outrage videos about how it's terrible. And like what was that movie that came out with the chick that plays Amanda Waller recently?
The Woman King.
Yeah. Like they had a problem with that without even seeing the movie. Like even, and I don't even want to say this. I mean, Chill's doing the thing about as far as like Chadwick Boseman is concerned, but like we haven't seen Wakanda Forever yet. We don't know what's going to happen in there. We just know that Chadwick's not going to be in it. At least our knowledge. I mean, if they did like a CGI thing, that'd be terrible. But like, no, they shouldn't do that. But this story could be good, and apparently, from what I heard, the actors have been saying what everybody is saying is going to happen. Isn't they haven't gotten it right yet? So I don't know what that means. What that's in regards to. Maybe they're going to have somebody in between Sherry. Like if Sherry's going to be the final Black Panther, maybe there's somebody that tries it beforehand. She doesn't want to do it. She feels she can't do it, whatever the case is. We don't know. This could be a good movie still, regardless, despite the fact that Chadwick isn't in there. And maybe, who knows? Maybe, see, this is also the problem I have with this too. I understand with this whole Chadwick thing, and I'm not saying it's wrong or whatever the case may be, but like there's this talk about representation and stuff like that. But when you see that trailer for Wakanda Forever, with the exception of Namor, who Aztecian or whatever he is, like there are only Black characters in this movie. This is an entire movie with Black secondary characters who now, and I did try to make the I forgot whose stream it was with the WWE analogy. Now that the main guy is down, this is a point for the secondary characters to elevate themselves to that level. So if you want to get somebody like I'm trying to think of who went down and then they elevated, like I don't know, like
when Shawn
Zack
Michaels
Ryder
went
or
out,
something.
Triple H stepped up.
Oh well, he did more than that. I mean, with Stephanie, but I mean, this is the opportunity to highlight these characters now that the main character is down. And there's also like female character, like this can be a potential win if they pull this off the right way. If Ryan Coogler and Marvel let him do whatever he wants to do, like if they pull this off the right way, they can make more out of this tragedy than everybody that's saying, you know. And now I wonder all these other people too that don't necessarily have stakes in this, and they just like, you know, piggybacking on something to be outraged about. I
Yeah.
wonder if they actually legitimately want Chadwick, you know, like they even care, like they even know what they're. This is the thing. There's people that just glom onto anything because they want to have those outrage videos, and it's.
I mean, most of those people bandwagoning were the same ones who said Black Panther is overrated.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
Well, yeah, you can tell, guys. So to all my viewers, if they're talking about the Woman King and being negative on it, like, what the hell does that have to do with Star Wars or like the superhero field or anything? Like, if all of a sudden you're choosing to make content on this movie over here about black women and you're mad about it, like, red flag, guys. Like, ding ding ding. Like, you should know what's up. You should know what their goal in life is here on YouTube, and it's not positive entertainment.
And so that should also flag. I mean, because that should cause you to question all of their quote unquote comic book content too. Because if that's something that they're reporting on or whatever, you know, then and there's certain channels that have things in their names like it doesn't even fall within like the category of what their names are.
Oh,
Like
everyone knows exactly what you're talking about
you
right now,
know,
Michael. Okay.
it's like just
And
stop it.
we go to this one, bringing this back on track to the question. It's not like they pull a lot of women at night. What else would they be doing? That's what intelligentsia, bro. They be meeting at night. The film might be good. I'll give it a chance digitally. The story they're rolling with to replace T'Challa being in it really sounds fundamentally flawed and dumb to me.
yeah,
You said something, Mike.
that's why me personally, I'm not even giving this a chance because as a sequel, this is
Wait,
not
you're
even
not
a good,
even
this is
you're
not even a
not
good
even
sequel
giving it a
idea.
chance? Is that what you said?
I mean, I'm not giving it a chance in theaters. I'm gonna watch it
Oh,
at home for free.
okay, but wait. Okay, so and I asked this before too. Ryan Coogler, he's written like was it Fruitvale Station
Yeah.
and Creed?
Yeah.
And he wrote those, right?
I mean, if they're real life
I
stories,
think.
but yeah,
Okay, so how was his writing in those movies?
it's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
Fruitvale was solid. That's his best film he did.
But the quality of the movie isn't what I think about when I'm looking at the problem. It's like T'Challa's not going to be cast. Yes, new people will be elevated to replace or to fill in. But the problem to me is I know that the MCU is finite and it'll be over. When they begin a new universe, no matter how much Shuri Love got, no matter how much M'Baku and Namor and everyone else, you know, seems to be important, they will cast a guy named T'Challa. Shuri in that first movie is going to be like 10 years old because they know they're going to go like another solid 3 decades. Like whatever progress you think is happening of another person, unlike the WWE, no, it's like it will reset. And so I don't feel like it's progress. I don't think you're really kicking the can ahead. I think you're like wasting like valuable time to make Black Panther, to make him Batman, to make him this constant.
Don't make him Batman. Batman's overrated.
I was gonna explain why Batman, but yeah, okay, fine. Don't make him Batman. Make him Captain America. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Or even Superman.
Red, white, and yellow. No, red, yellow, and blue. Excuse me. Cole says some of the visuals look better, but other than that, look the same as the first to me, which I thought was just solid. I've been here the whole time. I didn't get a home from a ride. Second Street Marvel says he's been here the whole time. Welcome. Tony says, Trinity, what up? You're saying the main character isn't essential enough to continue or complete his own story in his own franchise. Tell them to do that with Superman. They would
This
never do that
is
with
why I don't think I will watch Wakanda Forever. Because he's not around. That's
Thank
not
you.
my boy.
And see, well, look, this is the funniest thing about it. While we just lost someone that we need, we just gained back somebody else.
Who did we lose and who did we gain?
We're losing T'Challa. DC just gained back.
Oh, the main guy.
That is so crazy. That is so crazy how that happened just this recent. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Fruitvale Station was great. Creed was very good. As far as his work in the MCU, though, and now not working with Michael B. Jordan for the first time. Hey, wait till you see that movie. He maybe have a cameo.
Yeah, he might be in it actually. So
I mean, the ancestral plane.
Those would be in it in some way.
Question number 22, as I get a reminder that it is a Pokemon community day on my phone. Where would you store Pim particles? In the hot or in the cold? I think that Pim particles need to be stored in the cold. They were in the basement during that scene. Remember in Endgame when they were going back in time? They had to go underground, right? Basement, cold. You can't argue that one.
I'd say warm.
I actually I think your thought process makes sense, Chillmonger. So I will go with cold.
What? Anyone else want to defy me?
Oh, I said warm, not hot or cold.
Yeah, I'll agree with warm. Not hot or cold, but just like
Yeah.
warm. You know, someplace with room temperature.
You're being too.
What am I being? A cool, dry place. It's not as black and white as love everything or hate everything. I'm in the middle of, as an OG comic fan, I want all this stuff to be good. Yeah, me too. Cole Turner says it's got to be cold.
That's because he's from Canada.
Multi, why are you laughing at that one?
Because I'm from Canada as well.
Which country is Asgard more likely to war against? Canada. No, I'm kidding.
USA.
Yeah, man.
I'm
But
thinking-
it's pretty far away from the Americans. I think that they would have to war with. What are they on? They're on Norway, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in Norway.
Yeah, if anyone's
USA
gonna
like
fight
to
them,
make war, so USA, it's obvious. They
they'll be
make
like, you
war
killed
everywhere.
Jane. They'll be like, oh, we have to defend Jane Foster, who died under your watch. Last we saw her was in your country. Well, war.
All
Okay,
right.
United States is a good candidate.
They will be going to war with the USA. It's going to be Asgard versus the USA, and they might just lose if Thor's not there. It's not that many of them left.
He's gonna be too busy playing Fortnite.
Yeah, he'd be like, you know what? There's a lot of American players, and if we defeat the United States, we're not gonna have that many players. Logical. What do we say over here in the live chat? People are saying that it's Mike, because says Mike is correct. Quentin, what's up, Quentin? Asgard would war with New Zealand. What did Jacinda Ardern do to deserve that? 24. How does America Chavez eat pizza in Kamartaj? She doesn't. There is no pizza in Kamartaj.
They got pizza there. They got Wi-Fi.
She portal the pizza in.
Do you think she knows how to use portals? No, she probably has to punch them. And the stars. She punches other universes, gets pizza from there, and then eats it. I don't think she has a mastery of the sling ring.
There's probably a universe where like it's the entire planet is made of pizza, like in Spaceballs, Pizza the Hut. There's
Yeah, I
probably like
remember
a pizza universe or something. I want to go there.
Anybody else?
No, I think she's eating pizza. They got Wi-Fi. They not super strict. They let Donnie Blaze run off with his sling ring.
Donnie Blaze. I can't believe that happened. Yeah.
That was such a Johnny Blaze reference, or it was Donnie, an actual comic character.
No,
No, Johnny Blaze. I think
that was a definite Johnny Blaze. Like they were trying to.
I think they were digging at both Johnny Blaze and Donnie Cates, who was a writer for Marvel.
Now that I know Zeb Wells is there, what's their relationship like those two Marvel writers? Maybe.
Possibly.
She folds it and eats it like a Niar. Hi guys, I'm back. Hi. We were asking how does America Chavez eat pizza in Kamartaj, and we don't think that they have. I don't think they have access. K-Dot says that they've got Wi-Fi, so she can order pizza. I'm just saying she doesn't have money to order that pizza.
Did you say a near?
They
It's
get paid.
New Yorker.
They're not broke.
Yeah, I said near. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a New Yorker.
New Yorker, yeah.
Thanks. I've never seen
Which
that
is
one before.
which is the home of the best pizza, Sparrow, of course.
How are the Yankees doing in the playoffs, pal? Like they. How many
We won
championships?
One, we lost one. Oh, championships.
Yeah.
27.
That is disgusting. That's
Why?
absolutely and it's a sport with no salary cap.
No, there is a salary cap.
There's no hard cap.
There is.
Since when?
It's like 150 million, I think, or something like that.
When did that happen? Because I'm ill-informed.
Yeah, but they always spend more than that. So like they pay the penalty or whatever it is. I always hear about that. Yeah. Dude, George Steinbrenner, like, see this, he was an owner who would actually reinvest the money into the team, whereas all the other owners would, like, spend it on, like, hookers and blow or whatever. Like, they would actually reinvest it into the team. So if George saw a player and he felt that he would be good on the team, he would spend the money regardless of whatever it took.
I like that, and I also am still angry because he has all the money in the world where he can afford that.
But that's what happens when you put something, you quality team on the field.
Maybe that's why New Yorkers hate the Knicks so much, because James Dolan is not like that.
Oh, the Dolans, yeah.
She eats it like Matt Stoney with her hands, and they get Wong to pay for it. They got goat cheese pizza.
But would Wong pay for it though? I mean, if he's petty enough to change the Wi-Fi password, do you think he's
You
actually
will not
gonna
pay for
treat-
it.
Wong doesn't have money. In Infinity War, Doctor
Yeah,
Strange was
yeah.
like, "How much you got for?" "Oh, I got like $1.50." Remember?
Uh-huh.
He had rupees.
Rupees, yeah.
But just because he really has any cash, don't mean he got a bunch of money on a card.
Well, you know what? Maybe hanging out with Madison too. He's gonna have to start carrying cash, so he might not be that cheap anymore.
She's like, "Credit cards are the best." She folds it.
He got to keep his Kardashian happy. So you got to make sure you got that bread.
Hey.
She is a Kardashian. Hey, Disney Plus has Kardashians on their network. Why? I don't know.
Kardashians are canon to the MCU now.
Mm. Who would they date? Like superheroes? The same way they date basketball players now? That was a dig. If any Kardashians are watching, there's many of you. I'm sorry. I will cheer for any team in MLB winning a title at any time, not named the Yankees or Astros. Oh my God, the Astros. No. Asgard's versus everybody. They're definitely winning the World Cup 2026. You're like 4 questions back, Gray. We'll not on him. But how do they pay for the Wi-Fi then? How do they pay for the Wi-Fi? Magic, bruh.
Yeah, magic.
They'd all date Luke Cage.
Well, they'd get free coffee.
I need to watch that scene. 25. If the Spider-Man song is sang, who would deliver it?
They're gonna bring back the Asian woman from Spider-Man 2 that was singing it.
Remember the ukulele?
Spider-Man. They gotta bring her back. She needs to make her debut once again. Make her canon.
The less referred to those abysmal trilogies, the better.
I think Tom Holland, Spider-Man, would be
Spider
the one.
Gwen will deliver it.
Gwen, if she shows up in the new movie and it's actual Gwen Stacy, not like another universe version, but like if it's actual Gwen Stacy, I would be surprised, because I feel like they don't want to tell that story. They did MJ instead, Michelle.
Yeah, but I don't even think Michelle's coming back. I think that's done.
Yeah, she's gonna be euphoric.
The guy who plays Ned was like he was like he said something on Twitter. Well, he didn't say it on Twitter, but discussing film, said that he really didn't want to like come back yet. And I was like, dude, you're not coming back yet.
I saw that same quote.
I was like, man, he really thinks he's coming back that quick? Like, dude, y'all won't be back until Spider-Man 6. Relax.
She-Hulk show was trash and an abomination. Andrew would sing it. Nah, it would be Tom Holland Peter. Can it be Felicia Hardy for Spider-Man 4? Like, we need a sexy black cat. Is he old enough for sexy? He's still a kid.
Yeah, he's about to go off to college.
Yeah, college.
Well, he got to get his GED and stuff because he can't graduate.
Yeah, he'll be going to college. Regular Spider-Man, like 616, he goes to college, right? The University of Empire University. What was it called?
But he'll probably go like to a community college. He definitely don't got, because you got to have a whole bunch of his identity is essentially like kind of wiped, and he has to do some forgery and stuff. And he don't have like records to justify getting him into a university. So at most, he might be able to get community college at most.
Next question. Oh yeah, thank you very much. It's Empire State University. We got a comic book reader in the building.
ESU.
Does New York have any community colleges, or is it just mainly universities? Mike,
So what?
does New York have any community colleges, or is it mainly just universities?
I think it's mainly universities.
Ooh, Peter screwed.
They could always make one up. I didn't know that Empire State University was a real thing.
Yeah.
MIT is too. That's where Riri Williams goes. MCU Ned Leeds equals Genki Lee.
Basically,
Yep.
he's like Ned and Genki in one. Well, he's more Genki than
Unfortunately.
Ned. He's more Genki than Ned.
He'll be the Hobgoblin soon. Next question of 33, 25, 26. Would Sam be worthy to lift Mjolnir? You know, you call yourself Captain America. Are you really Captain America, or are you Captain America?
Nah, just because.
I need a good explanation. If I
Sam
don't have
Wilson.
any, I would assume he's not. But if I got a good one, I will say yes.
Nah, you're
I
on
don't see
the right
nothing-
track. He's
I don't
not
see
worthy.
nothing worthy about him yet. The one thing I'm saying about Sam, he is truly loyal. Like, one of his biggest qualities is that he's loyal, but that doesn't mean it justifies him being a pickup Mjolnir.
Nah, I'm not giving it to him. No one in the live chat, when I check this and open this side of the page, no one should say so, okay? You say it's facts. Yes, they have an Empire State U, and I know now. Also, Scar's origin is tragic, scary, dark, and emotional, and Disney Feige made a joke of it. That's fine.
Oh, you can't skip the word whack. Come on. Dang it.
Whack. If Sam can, it means a lot of people could. You see? You see? Like, if you know what? That just defines, that is the problem that I have. Captain America belongs to one guy. And it goes to one guy, other dude, then everyone could be Captain America.
Well,
Gotta
Sam's
keep-
Falcon. Sam's
Any
Falcon.
Captain America will be worthy after that. Like
Even John Walker?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, John Walker's already worthy. That man's just misunderstood.
He's trash. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
But see, if John Walker picks up the hammer in the MCU, that means the hammer knows he's a good person.
You know who else is a good person?
Oh, they better.
That's why
make
it
that
hasn't
happen.
happened.
You know who else is a good person? Jen Walters. Look at that panel. Look at that page right there. That's where she throws John Byrne off a balcony and murders him at the end of his run.
Because he probably said something sexist. I wouldn't blame him.
What does he say? The font is too kind of small for me to see it.
It's kind
Can't
of
tell.
Oh, he doesn't say anything. Basically, he made a mockery of her by doing like little She-Hulk or whatever. I don't know if I can enlarge in it and big in it.
Begin it. That's right. Kamala Khan vocabs. You killed him? I can read that word. That's it. Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much, Renee. Death sells, and the death of a super ego ought to sell at least as many copies as the death of a Superman. Oh, that's clever. Okay, but they put a hyphen in Superman, so they're not talking about the actual trademarked version that they would get sued for writing. I like it.
Look at that sound effect too. What is it? Squirt? Scoit when he splashes on the bottom there.
Is that what it says? Squoit? But
Squoit.
here's the thing that comes to mind, though. That was when Death sold. Death doesn't sell today because every character who has died has been like, the stupidest ways to return people. Remember Captain America died? He got shot. But the thing is that bullet that shot him.
Bullet. Oh, God. Please
What,
don't.
it transported him? What did it do?
Yeah. Well, see, that's the who was the dude? Oh God, what's his name? His son. The guy that directed Trading Places and the Blues Brothers. I don't remember what his name is.
Me either. Oh,
But
Max
his-
Landis.
There you go. Yes.
Death of Superman video. Yeah.
Yes. And at the end, he concluded that the death of Superman killed Death, because now everybody's like, it doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless now.
I would concur.
Like Jean Grey is probably, as far as coming back. I mean, the only character that hasn't come back is Uncle Ben. It was Uncle Ben and Bucky, and then Bucky eventually came back. Yeah. So Uncle Ben's the only one that's died and stayed dead.
Gwen Stacy's been dead for a long time.
But
Yeah, well,
they,
see, but
they
now we have
back as Spider-Gwen though, in
the
a different universe,
multiversal
but-
thing. Yeah.
Well, we had Uncle Ben return in some like psyche, conversations he had with Uncle Ben a couple times.
Or wasn't
and
it too? Then
And there was also Friendly
Doctor
Neighborhood
Strange brought him back.
Spider-Man. with
What
Dan
did you say,
Slott.
K-Dot?
Wasn't one case was Doctor Strange bringing them back as like a gift to Peter for in a comic?
Not permanently.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like it was been like small cases, but it was like super rare.
Small cases. Let's see over here on the live chat where we got like 18 comments. Wow. People say, let's go. Second Street Marvel says, I'm kidding, by the way. There is no Empire State University. I believe there is a college, however. Oh. Steppenwolf says, see, that panel is funny. John Byrne's She-Hulk comic run was actually good and funny. Rhea, morning, smash the like button. You got this. Dab. And of course, Rhea's in the building, so everyone's got to say hi. Of course. She says, yo, Trinity. And everyone, hey, dude. Trading Places love that movie. Jamie Lee Curtis's Snyder Steppenwolf. I'm not reading that.
Wait,
Sam.
I got a question. So, has anybody in the comics that doesn't have any powers at all, like no powers, picked up Mjolnir, like straight up human, like no powers at all?
Is that Donald Blake? Is that?
No, Donald Blake was Thor's alter ego.
Has there been anybody in the comics without like actual powers that picked up Mjolnir? Ever?
I don't think so. I'm trying to remember.
Just an average Joe? No.
I don't think so.
Curious.
Samuel has potential. Gwen also has clones courtesy of the Jackal. We don't talk about that. Hello, Chillin' Crew. What's going on, Tim? Next question of 33 Burning MCU Questions is 27. Would any new hero be worthy? That's funny because of what you were just saying, K-Dot. I think that the newest hero, Kamala.
Because her cat, like,
Yeah, I
super
think-
pure of heart, all that stuff.
I think Kamala could be a good pick for this.
It's not Jen.
No, it's not her.
I don't care how much she
She's
hulks up.
everything but that.
It's definitely not going to Kate Bishop Hawkeye because she's like still learning, and she, like I just don't like her character enough to be worthy. She's not worthy. Who else
I
is
find her
there?
annoying.
Moon Knight, bro. None of Jake Lockley
He's a
couldn't pick it
killer.
up.
She's not.
Wait. They will try to explain all Layla is worthy.
Layla? Nah, I'm not giving her. You know what I want though? I'd like for them to give her a full show. Let's flesh this character out. If you're about diversity and she's the first Egyptian superhero, awesome. Fund it. Or don't give me lip service. Kamala Khan, easy. Right, Mike? Yeah, it would be Kamala. Thank you, Mike. Donald Blake is Thor's alter ego when Odin banished him to Earth.
No, Kamala wouldn't be able to pick it up.
Well, nobody asked you. No one asked.
However, she would be able to run Marvel Comics.
You're talking about the actress?
Yes.
She should be the next president. You know who else? Riri Williams, easily going to be worthy. The way she said "let's go" in that trailer meant worthiness.
Let's go.
She all can pick it up. Nah. Haley Steinfeld is the reason why I watched the Hawkeye show. Comic Kate is goated. Look how they massacred my girl. I still think the Thunderbolts comics from the 90s.
Look, Kate, beautiful. She's probably the most beautiful Phase 4 woman we have seen. But why'd they have to make her annoying?
Black Widow is a Phase 4 woman.
Tatiana, what are you talking about?
She doesn't count anymore. She's
Okay, how about Monica Rambeau? She's a Phase 4 woman because in Captain Marvel she was a kid.
Too.
All right, Monica, Kate, Monica and Kate. They're like top two. Elizabeth Olsen, she's kind of. I moved on.
Tatiana, what are you talking about, dude?
Tatiana.
Jen, yes. I mean, the thing that she had working against her was that she was always stuck in like 2 sizes too big clothes for her. She's
I don't think she's average. she's average. She's pretty. But Kate
How dare
Bishop,
you.
that's like, mwah. Well, the only problem is they made her annoying. Look how many times she called Hawkeye on the phone. She called that man 30 times.
You're just upset that you didn't get to make a genuine TikTok of Jen. That's all.
I mean, they didn't give you much material to work with. She only twerked one episode. You know, that's the one flaw with this show. She didn't twerk enough.
You're an idiot.
It's true. She didn't twerk enough, man. It's the flaw of this show.
The next question of well, actually, let's read some live chats. Monica, Kate, Jennifer are all fine AF. Jamil. I'm not talking, guys. The subject is who's be worthy. All right. Florence
I think
Pugh.
they're memeing at that point because there's no way Jen is. She's selfish.
Oh, Shang-Chi. Oh, but he's a coward. He has no courage.
No.
He returned home, and at the ending, he never let go of his sister when they were on that dragon. He was supposed to let go.
He was coward for leaving his sister, but I
by the
understood why
end,
he ran away. I understood why he ran away. He didn't let her go the second time, but he was a coward for leaving his sister like that, not thinking of a way to get her out, too.
You're a man of excellent culture and taste. Nakia is the best-looking Phase 4 woman. Nakia?
But she wasn't. Yeah, but
she's
she
not
wasn't
exclusive to Phase 4, but she is a Phase 4 woman. Oh, wait. There was a Nakia in Ms. Marvel, her friend.
No, in Black Panther, Nakia.
I'm just saying that there are two women named Nakia. He may be talking about that one.
Oh, okay, got it.
And if you are talking about that one, then I still disagree. Very pretty girl, though. Very pretty girl. Aisha from Ms. Marvel. Oh, yeah. There was a lot of talent on that show.
Aisha, she was alright.
Yeah.
Oh, the grandma. Oh, yeah.
The grandma, not the grandma, the friend.
No, she was the grandma. She was
Yeah, in the flashback. That was her name was Aisha.
That one. Yeah.
Aisha,
I thought it was her friend. Oh, what was her friend's name?
Nakia.
That was her friend's name? Really?
Yeah, just like it is in Black Panther, yeah.
In Black Panther, yeah. Huh.
The She-Hulk show ruined the Abomination's character from Hulk. Titania, Scar, the Wrecking Crew, Intelligentsia, Jen's whole origin, and World War Hulk, Planet Hulk story. They didn't ruin it. They're just gonna they're gonna go back to it. They never planned on doing it. In 2017 Ragnarok, they thought it was out of the picture. But with Disney Plus and with a new direction and new rules, they can probably do Planet Hulk.
Steppenwolf, the Planet Hulk and World War Hulk was ruined by Taika Waititi. Let's not even there's nothing there for them to ruin anymore. He did it all.
And I mean, yeah, Planet Hulk. There's none. They can't even revisit that because if they do, they're gonna have to do like a 1% accurate version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing to revisit, like because you literally skipped over it. It makes no sense to do that story now. So they can't do it no more.
Jared in the building, he says they did ruin the Scar's hairline. That's right. We talked about this multiple times. It looks terrible.
Well, it is. I mean, he does have that. He has a bun. It is a bun. He does have hair.
That's a bun. That's a weird.
In the back. Yeah, he's got like a little man bun.
That is a That's a. I don't think that's a bun. I seriously think.
Nah, because if you look, if you see it in motion, you see it just very quickly. You'll see it in the back. It's there.
Most of those buns don't look like that.
Does DC have more attractive women? Is that known?
Yes.
I think Marvel has more women to choose from, so I think Marvel wins.
Gal Gadot, Ratcatcher 2, Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is like that's yes. I'm trying to be like a pig, but
that new chick in Black Adam who's gonna be who's supposed to be Black Adam's lady. Be on the lookout for her. She's up and coming.
His hairline. They passed through the Planet Hulk story. They did pass through the Planet Hulk story, but they'll go back to it, and maybe having Ragnarok happen allows for the sun to be so old. It's a blessing in disguise. Scar got a shape up at the supercuts. Yeah.
Oh, supercuts suck.
What did they call it in Barbershop 2? Remember there was another franchise. What was it called?
Yeah. right across. I forgot the name was. It was right across the street.
You should have went to that one.
They had like they was giving out food and stuff.
They have Gal Gadot. That's it, really. Trinity, I didn't know you were such a fan of Gal Gadot. And even that's pushing it. There you go. There's the insult. 28. Multi, was Falcon and Winter Soldier more of a Bucky series than Ant-Man and the Wasp was a Wasp movie?
I don't
Well,
think.
I can't
I
speak
think
about Ant-Man and the Wasp because I've seen it, but Falcon and Winter Soldier, I haven't seen it yet. As of Ant-Man and Wasp, I think it was more of a Wasp movie.
Oof.
that was a Wasp movie.
Wasp?
Yeah. And Wasp was tight in that movie. Though. Like, not to disrespect Wasp, but she was tight in Ant-Man and the Wasp. But that was her movie.
I can easily say that Ant-Man was Ant-Man's movie. And Ant-Man and Wasp was Ant-Man's movie.
Yeah.
I can also easily say Falcon Winter Soldier was Falcon's show. But more attention went to Bucky in that series than attention went to Wasp in her movie. So I will say not. It's a Bucky series.
I think more attention went to Bucky. I think it went to Falcon more. I think
No,
they
but compared to the amount that went to Wasp.
Yeah.
That's the question. Was Falcon Winter Soldier more Bucky than Ant-Man and Wasp was more Wasp?
To be fair, those episodes was like 45 minutes, and then you compare that to the movie runtime, it easily beats it. So
Yeah, the movie runtime compared to a series runtime,
well, you put the six because you got the varied episode length. It was like 45, almost an hour long episodes. Yeah, Bucky had way more time to get fleshed out compared to Wasp.
But percentage-wise and quality-wise, Bucky had way more happening with him.
True.
Even though what you're saying is he had more time for more to happen with him. I don't remember Wasp having any flashbacks. Bucky did. His first kill of that guy's Nakajima's son when he killed that kid. I'm going with Bucky. The people in the live chat say. Oh, and DC also has Megan Good. That's right. And they have Black Canary with Julie Smollett. Her.
Until she actually puts on the Black Canary outfit, then I can say, oh, Journey Smollett is a baddie. But until she puts on the Black Canary costume, then I need something to work with. But I think they're gonna recast her anyways.
More backstory with Bucky. What's up? Or Wasp had very little to no agency in Ant-Man 2. Bucky freed Zemo. So him, I guess. I said it a million times, but Evangeline Lilly should have been Janet Van Dyne. She basically was. Hope isn't even a real character in Marvel Comics. Nadia Van Dyne is. Hope is like a alternate version, like another universe. And they just said, well, let's call the movie character Hope.
Yeah,
DC
I'm still flabbergasted on why they didn't just run with Hank Pym instead and Janet.
Panel, quick question. Will Karia Oldstrong even be Scar's mother in the MCU? Yes. Except she'll have the same haircut.
I hope, but I don't think Kira's like the type of fling. Because it seems like Hulk just slept with a random chick and now he got a baby.
Basically.
He would definitely that's like a woman you want to have like meaningful mating with. You want to what I'm saying? Like, that's not a fling. Like you're not going to forget this woman, never not bring her up. Like he would definitely mention her.
Oh yeah. They should have done Hank Pym and Janet. I would agree with that one. Big Brell agrees with you too. Nadia, Pym, Janet, and Hank as senior citizens still irks me. That's the thing though with mantles and stuff. Like you should only have one character ever be one thing.
Sure.
Next question, 29. Would Kevin recast T'Challa?
I think at that point he doesn't care. He will just find another character and he will maybe race swap or something.
I mean, I think the AI would. I don't know about the real Kevin.
The real Kevin wouldn't.
definitely like, yeah, recast T'Challa. We need money.
Real Kevin knows. Real Kevin gets it. Fake Kevin Feige? Nah. The Kevin Feige who's been the president during Phase 4 is out of here. The actual knowledge, what was it? Enhanced visuals, interconnectivity nexus. That guy gets it. And then wasting Yellow Jacket still pisses me off. Hey, he's probably in the quantum realm. Don't worry. Just like without an arm, that's all. Number 30, would Jen have hulked out if the college video went public? Nah. That college video of her shaking her bum, yeah, she's that's fine.
Yes, she
But
would.
no,
Because she
that
has
one's a
anger
little bit more.
issue.
That one's a little bit more private because her mom had it. It's not like it was shared on social because her other friend didn't know about it.
Which
She
friend?
didn't know that Jen was doing that type. Well, she didn't know about it. I think that was like an exclusive video, but her mom seen it.
The embarrassing thing about the sex video being leaked in the She-Hulk show episode 8 was like, oh, my parents are right here and they're about to see me potentially do something adult.
Sure.
But if like, your parents already know about this video of you just dancing in college, man, that's soft. That's nothing.
Jen has anger issues, so anything can trigger.
She said she doesn't have anger issues. She told her cousin earlier in the season,
But
that
she was almost screaming at him when she was saying it.
But see that's why like in the finale, that anger was justified, bro. In 8, how she popped off like that, totally justified. Because I probably would have done the same thing too.
I mean, in episode 8.
Yeah.
Whack. Kevin would recast General Ross, but not T'Challa. Kevin is an AI with no feelings, so he just keeps the character moving.
Yeah.
I saw Jen's THONG in that video. I'm just spelling it because I know Mike is with customer. Was that college video supposed to be? You know what? Yes, the Breakfast Club dancing. Yep. That video looked like a behind the scenes of Orphan Black. 31. When will Hulk get his story furthered? His own movie. That's what they said, and I feel like that's what's happening. There will be a Hulk movie coming, and She-Hulk said that when she was talking to Kevin.
Universal like to F over Disney, so I doubt we will get a.
I think the
movie
contract
like that.
expires. Universal will have to lose whatever they have. Enough time will pass, and that'll be it. Oh yeah.
Don't have too many hopes for that. Don't keep too many hopes for that.
So it'll be in a Disney project. Will it be on a TV series? It will be furthered. It won't be. You're saying it's not going to be a Hulk movie. Fine. Where will it happen?
Maybe in the Avenger movie.
Boom. We're waiting 3 years for that Avengers movie now. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping we do get a Hulk movie, but then at this point, I'm like, a little too much. I don't really
So how far away are we? When do we get it?
I honestly don't want to see one.
No.
No. Like, I don't want to see this Hulk in a movie. I'm sorry. I don't. Not this Hulk. I don't want to see it. I'll watch it, but I'm not going to be excited. Like, oh, Hulk finally gets a sequel. Ah! Like, not this one.
Hulk 2008 will be the best Hulk. Cap 4. They're making a Captain America 4?
Yeah. Oh.
New World
Falcon
Order.
1. Yeah, he's talking about Falcon 1.
Caught on. 03 was the best one. Facts K. Just throw this Hulk away. Wouldn't we want more She-Hulk episodes with the Hulk in it?
I'll be honest
Yes.
with you. At this point,
Even if I'm not the biggest fan of this
I'll
Hulk,
take
he still like gives something more to the show, I think.
Like, you can develop him through the Hulk show, but the Universal owns She-Hulk, right?
Yeah. No. Probably for movies. I bet it probably is in that contract. The same way Sony has like all the other Venom characters and others. Yeah.
Because they're able to make a show about She-Hulk if this is the case. Like, if they own her, they literally just have the rights to make a show about it. 'Cause I don't think that applies just film. I think it applies to show too.
Nah, there's no way back then they were thinking about streaming rights and television, I feel like streaming is so new. A contract written back in 08 for an 08 movie wouldn't translate, or the wording wouldn't be strongly enough so that it would register for this.
So they could have gave us a Hulk show instead.
Exactly. Right?
Feige.
That's what I would have done.
It's all Kevin's fault.
I need Edward Norton Hulk. I need his sequel. Yeah, totally. Diesel says Hope has been my third favorite superhero since childhood. Incredible Hulk is criminally underrated. 2027, but Hulk has to be restored back to his old glory. The 2008 movie is my top 10. I love that movie. The 2012 Hulk was the best. How do you look at YouTubers who enjoy She-Hulk? I don't know. Like, I was watching Heavy Spoilers, who does those breakdowns, and when he was done, he started giving his thoughts. I didn't like this, I didn't like that, and I'm like, bro, you're usually just the guy who looks at the Easter eggs, chit-chats about why this is fun, why that's fun, but he was criticizing it, and I go, all right, good job, Heavy Spoilers. Everyone else, I'm like,
it depends on what the YouTuber has to say. Like, if he's a good critique, that could be interesting if he found good ways to defend the show. But if it's just enjoyed because it's another Marvel thing, I'm not on board with that. I mean, like, it's the same thing. If you just hate to hate, it's wrong. But if you just like to like, it's also wrong, because then you have no standards and you will never expect a good product at the end.
yup. And I think that if you liked She-Hulk, bro, I better believe you when you say you liked it, or else I'm going to just think you're liking for the sake of liking. You just think having a big smile on your face and going, hey, guys, don't forget to subscribe and all that stuff. I can't value your opinion too strongly.
And that's the other, because the other factor with how people, we all know it started in 2016, but the other factor, how people liking stuff now. A lot of people just liking stuff because this other side they really hate.
Oh yeah, there's that.
And it's like, how do you know if some of these YouTubers are not those type of individuals just liking it to like it because this other side hates it, so they're gonna totally just back it up. Even if it was flipped, if you're hating on it just because this other side you don't likes it, like that's another worry I have with these reviewers now. When it comes to this stuff, just give me a well-balanced review, talk about the pros and the cons, that's it. Do both. Talk about both.
Word. I'm sorry, I was just catching some Pokemon because it is a community day in Pokemon Go. It really is.
Pokemon.
08 Hulk movie is underrated. The amount of MCU shields defending this show is insane, and people are actually hyped for the trash version of Scar. She-Hulk had issues, but I enjoyed it. Tony, what you just did is not what we're talking about, because you addressed, it had issues. Diesel says they skipped Joe Fixit, went straight to Professor No Smash Hulk. Joe Fixit's that's the light gray one, right?
Yes, he's when he's like a gangster and stuff.
Yes,
right, Mike?
Sounds right.
Like a gangster.
That feels like that's right. That's like the Las Vegas, I don't know. I read him in Immortal Hulk, but I don't remember. Could you not like Soy Scar? The Soy Scar. That's his name. I don't like to talk about other YouTubers or speculate on their feelings,
hey,
bro.
Once his hairline is fixed, he's gonna have vitamin D whole milk inside of his body.
Mm-hmm. Nando V Movies reads comics and he enjoyed it. Made a pretty good video too. Is Nando V Movies the one who like casts people in roles? I think I saw him do a video about Keke Palmer and Rogue, which I disagreed with. 33. What excuses will be given for Marvel recasting Thunderbolt Ross but not T'Challa? Fam, if I don't know, fans.
It's Chadwick Boseman, man. It's obvious. They will be like, "Oh, we want to honor his memory."
Wait, how can you possibly, in one hand, on the same year, not going to recast T'Challa? The next year, the very same year, Thunderbolt Ross dies in March. He's recasted already. Huh? My brain's not computing. There will be fans who will make excuses. What will they say? I don't know. I really am asking this question because I have no idea. Live chat, give me your take, because I have no idea how it could process people's brains because they've tried everything. They've said things like, "Well, you know, you got to respect the family. The family wouldn't want to recast," and the family has
they
said to
prefer to
TMZ.
race swap than than having the true Black Panther. You know.
Everyone who has something to say about, no, well, you don't understand, Chillmonger, recasting won't work because like there's nothing in the comic book. Shuri is the Black Panther, yeah, but T'Challa doesn't need to die for that to happen. It's in the comics. Every single excuse. So what excuses will be given for Marvel recasting Thunderbolt Ross, but not T'Challa?
It is
People were like, we ate Ben Affleck as Batman. Look what happened.
What happened with Ben Affleck? He's an Aquaman.
He was a good Batman. People liked him at the end.
No, this really isn't even about the quality of the actor. This is more so the decision of a studio.
Yeah.
For handling death. It's
yeah,
not the same. They recast Hulk, they recast War Machine, but that wasn't the same. Somebody died. You don't care. It was too soon. Yo, William Hurt just died. Harrison Ford is in. How?
Heath Ledger died, and we still got Jared Leto after. We still got Joaquin Phoenix.
You know, it doesn't matter how good the performance is. We get more, and then they get a chance to do good performances.
Yep.
There's no logic anymore. There's nothing to do. If you were defending Marvel, you better right now, you better get on your tweet thing, the same platform which you defended them, and you better be like, wow, I can't believe Marvel upset me. They made me look really stupid. Don't double down and try to find a new reason, because there will be excuses. And I'm just like, let's get ahead of it. What will their excuses be?
The only slightly, and this is slightly, very slightly, like 1%, 5% justifiable, is William Hurt had a bad past. But to go against that, Kevin Feige still worked with this man. They know about these actors' past and stuff. Like, they know. If it's stuff that's known publicly, they know. They wouldn't hire him in the first place if they knew he had a shady past or whatever. So
I'm not even sure about the shady past, and I'm not asking.
I'm not sure about
it either.
And I don't really care that much about it. But I see people using that as a justification to say, "Oh, he deserves to get recast because he had shady past." But like, okay, wait a minute.
Really? Well, I got my answer.
So you had no issue with him being in Infinity War, Civil War, and Hulk 2008.
Black Widow.
Now you're totally want to disrespect him and talk bad about him after he's dead, about his shady past. But you didn't want him fired these other movies. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. That was the final question. We're not going to go before.
I genuinely want to hear Feige's excuse. It's not going to. There's no justifiable excuse. There's no logical excuse, in my opinion, for this type of. This is straight up hypocrisy that cannot be defended.
Hypocrisy of the highest degree. Somebody fix whatever mental illness is going on with Kevin Feige. Summon a Meister at once. We need milk of the poppy.
Yes, Feige needs that milk of the poppy.
I knew you'd like that joke. We have 20 comments that I haven't read yet. Hold on, let me see. We got. They'll say an old white guys look the same, so no one will notice. They will not say that. Chadwick's portrayal was more iconic and loved. Whole William Hurt didn't. That's what the shows will say. Thunderbolt Ross isn't a main character? Bro, that's a typo. What is he trying to say here?
Thaddeus Ross Ian's is a main character.
I guess that would be their excuse because he's not a main character. They'll say that Chadwick can't be compared to anyone.
When I was talking about this,
that's just the stupid thing I would expect.
And
it's the same with Heath Ledger. People still liked Joaquin Phoenix. I mean,
all right. And I was talking about this on my stream yesterday about the how Feige said Chadwick Boseman's iteration transcends every Black Panther iteration to ever exist. And I thought that was so unfair in general to the comics, the animations, and all that, because obviously if you put, let's say, Black Adam in a movie, of course The Rock as Black Adam is going to get more attention and notice in a movie, because it is facts that more people watch media than read. Cause comic book audience is there's barely a comic book audience. They're like what 50% of the population, probably even less. Like it's totally unfair because look, I like Chadwick's Black Panther, but all his animated versions are better than him. His version. Not saying his version is bad, but there's better versions, and the comic version is better than him. So he did not surpass any iteration. He put huge spotlight on the character. He helped bring the character into a new light and get it this new notoriety. That's what he did.
Trinity said Harrison Ford is in. Yeah, that's what I heard from Jeff Snyder of Collider fame. I thought he said no. Nah, he's in. If Ross is not an important character, then he is the one that is easy to kill off. I guess so. You got to be.
Yeah. That's saying Ross is like compared to T'Challa in the Marvel. Ross, you can easily kill him off and get rid of him. Like he can easily go. Like yeah, he's important as a Hulk. Like he was important as a Hulk villain. And the fact that his daughter dates Hulk, which makes their relationship even more complicated. You know.
Yeah. Right. I want to hear their excuses that they come up with. Mm-hmm.
But it's been like so many years and stuff where they did so much content with General Ross. Like you can easily get rid of him at some point. T'Challa, like nah, you gotta stay forever.
William Hurt had that past and still got hired for the job. Hey, just like James Gunn, let's not pretend we have standards. You know, Sam Elliott, yes, Sam Elliott could do it.
Oh, he's
Ross is important. Yeah, I just saw him in Stars Born. Maybe that was 3 years ago. Important to the Hulk mythos, he should be recast. But this shines extra light on Marvel's hypocrisy and their agenda. Sure does, D. Stiesel. Milk of the Poppy could explain a lot at Marvel right now. No one can replace Chadwick. Yeah, Chadwick really owned the role. Yeah, William Hurt didn't own it. Chadwick really owned it. There's a difference. I can't believe where you see it. Personally, bro, as much as I like Chadwick's role, I don't think that he was more impressive to me than Killmonger and how Michael B. killed it. I don't think he was more than Robert Downey in Iron Man, or even like there's a lot of people who nailed their characters better than I think Chadwick did with Black Panther.
Yeah, well, I think in Civil War that's when he like really like nailed it. Black Panther 2018, while he developed and became a lot nicer, you know, he was really at his peak in like Civil War.
You still need time to heal. Yeah, that would be stupid. Chadwick is T'Challa. There's a difference. Chadwick is T'Challa. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks, Multi, for stopping in. He had to step out. Then the last one here was from Snyder Steppenwolf. If the comic book version of T'Challa is one of the smartest characters in Marvel lore, and as much as I like Chadwick's portrayal, they dumbed him down. They just didn't make him a genius. They just left Shuri for all the intellect. Never did they say that T'Challa was a dummy. MCU T'Challa had no backstory or origin. He's only reacted to the plot points. Yo, that was 33 Burning MCU Questions. Thanks to Multi-Topic Talk. We'll be on his channel. I'll be on his channel on Tuesday morning. K-Dot, I'll be on your channel, I don't know, one day. When is your suspension on Twitter done?
I do not know. I sent an appeal. I haven't heard nothing back yet from Twitter.
Tartar sauce.
I feel like they're not even going to give me my account back. So
we got Mike from Rogue Comics who also joined us. Thank you to Mike. It was a GOAT stream. Appreciate the nice words. Agreed that they really downplayed his intelligence, gave most of that to Shuri. Chadwick's version didn't get much screen time, says Professor the Film Fan. Thanks for joining, sir. Professor the Film Fan. Adnan says, Laters, Gators. Yup. Any last words that you want to say, K-Dot? Anything you want to let people know about?
I got an anime review coming in about 20 minutes. Chainsaw Man episode 1.
Yep, and that's the name of his channel. I'm Chillmonger, and I'm gonna be catching some Pokemon like Litwick. It's 146. I'm outie. Deuces.